Season 39, War number 7, and we are up against DSVG. This time my team will be Tigra, Omega Sentinel, and Valkyrie. I'm gonna be taking path 2 in section 1, as well as that Joe Fixit on node 20, and then I'm taking path 5 in section 2, as well as that Killmonger on the power snack, and Void on the event flow intercept nodes. The final fight of this war is gonna be that King Groot on node 50, the safeguard mid-boss node. I only have 8 fights this war, which is less than usual, but it's understandable considering what happened in the previous war. And following that, I have now taken my Tigra to rank 5. So she may have died in the previous war, but she has come back stronger than ever. Up first we have a Tigra on the drip feed placebo and roll with the punches nodes, and I'm taking this fight with my Tigra. And the plan here is to just nuke her down with a single big special 2. I start with an advanced power boost to get a bar of power, bait and punish 2 heavy attacks, and that's all there is to it. She goes down with a bunch of overkill in less than 20 seconds. And I gotta say, I only have taken 1 fight so far with this rank 5 Tigra, and I'm already loving it. Next up we have an Apocalypse on the combat Deja Vu placebo node, and I'm taking this fight with Tigra. And the game plan here is the same as it was for the previous one. I'm gonna be baiting and punishing 2 heavy attacks with my heavy, and then dropping a big special 2, hoping it finishes the opponent off. Now this defender here is a rank 4 Apocalypse, so he's a lot tankier than a Tigra. The single special 2 wasn't enough to take him down, but the following special 1 finished the job. Still a very quick and easy fight for Tigra. Next up is a Joe Fixit on the Strike Counter Fury and Masochism Overtime nodes, and I'm taking this fight with Valkyrie. The game plan here is to only hit into his block, and that basically counters everything he does. The Strike Counter Fury node doesn't count blocked hits, so I'm free to hit into his block as much as I want without worrying about any passive furies building up. As for the Masochism node, Valkyrie doesn't inflict any debuffs on her own, except on her heavy and special 3, which I'm not gonna be using either of those. And that's basically all there is to this fight. Joe Fixit is a global defender, so if he uses special, I do get that unsteady debuff on me, making me glance, but it doesn't last very long, so it's not a problem. The more annoying part is Joe Fixit's personal debuffs. As we can see that the weakness there, it lasts a pretty long time, and since it's a debuff, it does give me a chance to glance on my attacks. So before I dropped my special 2, I waited it out first, but then again it only gave me some free willpower healing, and that's basically all it did. The fight went down in a minute. And then we have a Killmonger on the power snack and 1 too many hits nodes, and I'm taking this fight with Omega Sentinel. And my game plan for this one, considering how tanky Killmonger can be, was to use an invulnerability boost and then get my own special 3 and use it for the 6 incinerate debuffs. Doing so will push Killmonger to his special 3, which is why I needed the invulnerability boost in the first place, and that was the plan that I came up with beforehand. However, when I went in the fight, I got cold feet and I decided not to throw my special 3, and this fight ended up taking a very long time. I have the fight sped up here all the way down because I basically am not doing anything else but just basic attacks for the whole time. And if I had to take this fight again, I would definitely put on the recoil masteries to speed the fight up, and I would probably also actually do what I was planning on doing and go for the special 3. The idea with the special 3 is to get those incinerate debuffs up, and then I'm gonna be just finishing full combos with light attacks or spamming heavy attacks to keep the incinerates paused, and those will do enough damage to take him down pretty quickly. And of course, doing so I will also have to eat a special 3, but with the invulnerability boost it should be just fine. I don't think his special 3 does anything until he has built those bleeds on the opponent, and even then Omega Sentinel doesn't take any bleed damage, so it should be fine. But yeah, I did get clipped a few times by a special 1 from Killmonger, and that ate up the invulnerability charges anyways, and I did end up taking a lot of block damage as well as some reverberation damage. Still, I got the fight down without any bigger issues. Still though, that wasn't a great fight. Next up we have a Terrax on the Ebb and Flow intercept node, and I'm taking this fight with Tigra. And the game plan here, well, it's basically the same as it was for the first 2 Tigra fights, but instead of baiting heavy attacks, I will go for the aggro septing. So basically, while Terrax's rock field is active, his AI is extremely aggressive, which allows me to simply dex his dash attack and punish it with a heavy attack. Doing so counts as interrupting the opponent's attack, and it will inflict those rupture debuffs. I got the intercept on my special 2, so that removed the protection, as well as gave me a passive fury, but the special 2 wasn't quite enough to finish him off. And I believe it was because I had a single armor break debuff on me, causing a couple hits of the special to glance. But even then, again another very quick and easy Tigra fight. Next up we have a Domino on the Ebb and Flow intercept and mighty charge nodes, and I'm taking this fight with Omega Sentinel. The game plan here is to just take her down with basic attacks and special 2s. And I'm also gonna be going for intercepting whenever I can to remove the protection, just to speed up the fight. Omega Sentinel is a great option against Domino because she is immune to ability accuracy reductions against meta champions, meaning you will not be getting any crit fail or anything like that. Your abilities simply just will not fail. As for Domino, well, the only thing she really has left against Omega Sentinel is her evade while she is lucky. But as long as you keep an eye on that, she doesn't do anything. Now that being said, if you do get clipped, like I did there, she hits hard. So yeah, don't do that and you should be just fine. Omega Sentinel does have a safety net against getting clipped like that if she has 10 armor ups. But since I just used the special 2 beforehand, I consumed some of them, so I didn't trigger the auto block. If you wanna be extra safe when using Omega Sentinel, simply just don't use specials, and she will always have those 10 armor up buffs, giving her that sweet safety net with the auto block. Next up we have a Void on the Ebb and Flow intercept and mighty charge nodes, and I'm gonna be taking this fight with Tigra. Now, I wasn't assigned this fight, and I wasn't really sure if I should even try to take this. We had a Nick Fury being assigned here, but there was a slight hiccup on the path 4 there, and the Nick Fury is in his second life. So it was either him in his second life, or me with my new rank 5 Tigra. And I decided that I can take this fight. The idea is that I can just block a lot to gain those cleanse charges, which then immediately shrug off any of the debuffs that Void inflicts on me. So as long as I can keep them on me at all times, Void shouldn't be able to do anything too bad to me. Now as far as the actual strategy here, well, since I do need to block a lot to gain those cleanse charges, I'm gonna be trying to bait and punish his heavy attacks with my heavy. I did mess up the spacing a little bit there, but other than that, this fight goes pretty well in that regard. The spacing for his special 1 is to simply dex the first hit, dash at him and then hold heavy for the second hit. For the special 2, you can either dex or block the first hit and then charge your heavy, and he will come straight to you and miss the last hit. Now, I got pretty lucky there, well, unlucky and lucky at the same time. He resisted my heavy attack with the Stand Your Ground mastery, but he did not punish me. So, I'm pretty sure I would have survived even if he did punish me there, because this is a rank 5 boosted Tigra, but still, whenever I see the opponent resist a full heavy, my heart skips a beat. I have never actually died because of Stand Your Ground, but I have gotten punished because of it before. Usually I can save myself by throwing a special attack or simply holding block before the opponent can get it and hit me, but a couple times the AI has been fast enough to get me, and it always sucks when that happens, but generally speaking it's extremely rare, and even then you have ways out of it. Then we have the final fight of this war, a King Groot on the Safeguard miniboss node, and I'm taking it with Tigra, and this is a very simple fight. I'm gonna be baiting and punishing some heavy attacks with my heavy to build up rub shoes and power faster, and then just dropping big special 2s to take him down. As tanky as King Groot is, it only takes 2 special 2s to take him down even on this Safeguard node, and that just shows how hard Tigra can hit. She's one of the highest DPS champions in the whole game, right up there with CGR and the likes of him. One more special 2 and King Groot goes down, and I gotta say, Tigra at rank 5 did not disappoint. I'm looking forward to using her a lot more in a bunch of different content. As for the results, we did end up losing the war 5-7. Again, our opponents gave us a great chance to win, and we just threw it away. This season has been horrible.